Get strong.
Hey everybody, how's it going? Kim here, welcome back. Today we are doing a 30-minute shoulder, bicep, and tricep AMRAP workout. This is a viewer's choice workout, so you guys pick this one. I would suggest having a fairly light set of weights to go through our AMRAPs, but then have a couple of different heavier ones for when we do our burnout at the end. If all you have is one set of dumbbells, that'll work just as well. All right, so go ahead, get yourself all set up, and when you're ready, we'll get started. Let's warm up those arms. So let's take our arms up and back. Inhale, reach and push. Good, arms up. Then we're pushing our hands to the back wall. Deep breath in, exhale back. Lift. Four more. Two, and last one, we're gonna circle our arms back, getting some mobility into the shoulder joint. Good. Focus on your breathing, nice deep breath in and exhale. 5, 6, 7, last one, place that arm down. We're gonna take it to the other side, big arm circles. Four and 3. Good, let's take one arm across the body, stretch it out. We want to stretch out those shoulders now. Good, big active stretch for the arms. Last 2. And 1. From here, we're gonna hinge down. So just take your hands on your hips, hinge it down, slight bend in your knees, elbows up, we're gonna kick it back. Warming up those triceps. Five, 4, 2, and 1. Arms up. Take one elbow into your hand. We're just gonna pull it across and center. Again, pull. So we are opening up through the side of the body and then stretching out that tricep. One more time. Good, release the arms, inhale up, other side. Nice big pull. Give me one final one. Good, take your hands down. We're gonna circle those wrists. Getting that mobility into the wrist joints, switch sides. Good, we're gonna take one hand into the other, pull that fingertips back towards your forearm, give it a nice big stretch in through the forearm and into the bicep. Inhale and release, other side. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Good, arms up, elbows in, take it out and press, and in, and press. Three, 2, and last one, arms crossed in front of the body and release them back. Nice work. We're getting nice and warm. So even when you're doing strength training, you want to make sure those muscles are ready to work. 5, 6, 7. Last one, place your arms down, bring those shoulders up, and then push them down. Pull them up to your ears and press. Lift, drop. One more time, lift and drop. Good. Final, we're gonna stretch out through the back, hands on the knees, arch the back, tuck your chin in. Exhale, tailbone up, chest pulls through. Again. And release. On this final one, we're gonna tuck it down, roll it up, shoulders to your ears, back and down. Inhale up, exhale down. We're gonna prepare for our first AMRAP. So each AMRAP today, we're gonna be combining shoulders, bicep, tricep. If we worked only one muscle group, we wouldn't be able to get through this AMRAP. So we're gonna start with a high pull. I'm gonna pick up my weights. All right. Now, when I go into this high pull, I'm gonna have my elbows bent. My weights are in front of me and I'm gonna pull back, so I'm working my rear delts. So the back of the shoulders. I'll go a little later on that. So we're gonna go 10 each exercise. All right, pull back and down. You're hinged at the hips, nice straight back, belly in. One more. All right, come down to the floor. We're gonna take our elbow into our knee and we're gonna do a concentrated curl for 10. Two more. And 10, we're switching sides. So other leg forward, you tuck that elbow into the inner thigh, drop that arm down, down, press. Seven, 8, final one. Pick up both weights. We've got some kickbacks right here. So hinging at your hips, step one leg back just for balance. Elbows up, we kick back. 2. 6, 7, and 10. Shoulder press for 10. Push. Good. Slight forward. 3. 8, 9. Now we're gonna take it right from the top with that high row. All right, let's go. 1, 2, 4. Now you can do this at your own pace. I'm gonna have the exercises up on the screen. 8, 9, 10, concentrated curls. If you need to take more of a rest, do that, all right? We lift, up, release. Whew, 8. Other side. Last 2 and 1. Kickbacks. Here we go. Kick it back for 10. 5. 'Right into shoulder press. 10. 4. That's 2 rounds down, just keep it up. Again, working at your own pace. 10 here. 9, 10, concentrated curls, bring it down. Other side. Keep it up. We got about 1:30. Right into those kickbacks when you're ready. And press it up. How you doing? We've got under a minute, so just keep going all the way until that beep. You'll hear it. Drop it down, take a break, shake it out. We're gonna move on to our second AMRAP, so we're switching up our exercises. Shake it out, give it a stretch. Nice work. So we're gonna start this next set with some lateral shoulder raises. Shake it out. So we're gonna be taking those arms out to the side. When we come into those raises, you could even have your feet close together to really have a nice, stable body, core strong, slight bend in the elbows, and arms are slightly forward. And we'll lift out. If you find a straight arm is too much, feel free to bend your elbows. Okay, are you ready? Here we go for 10, lift. Good job. 5. 9 and 10. Keep the wrist pointing in. We're gonna do some hammer curls. So we're lifting the arms up and release. Working the biceps and release. Lift. Five more. 5. If you're not wanting to count today, you can just follow with me. 7, 9, and 10. We're gonna come back down to the floor in a kneeling position. In the opposite arm to the front knee, we're gonna take it up overhead and we're gonna do a single arm tricep extension. Down behind the head, extend. 2, 3, really extend it up. 4, 8, 9, 10. You got to do the other side. Get into position first, arm up. Make sure that shoulder is locked in place. Protect your shoulder joint. Drop that weight behind the head. 6, 10. both weights in your hands. Place them in front of the thighs with your wrist pointing in. We're gonna alternate front raises. 1, 2, 5, halfway, 5 more. 5, 4, 3. We got lateral raises right here. Out, yes. 2. Hammer curls. Oh. Two more. Take it down to the floor. One arm in front, one arm up overhead. Drop, press. 4, 5. We've just made the halfway mark. We're gonna do the other side. Under 3 minutes to go. Eight. And press. Front raises. Alternate 10 counts. Lift. 2. 9 and 10. Lateral raises. Out. One more. 10, hammer curls. Lift. How are you doing? Are you feeling this? 3. 1 more. 10. Down to the floor. You know what to do. Take it down and press. 9, 10, other side. We're almost at the 1 minute mark. Keep going. 2. 8. Beautiful. Come up. Shoulder raises, lift. 2. 'Out to the side, lateral raises. You got 20 seconds. Eight, 9, just keep going right to the end. Hammer curls, lift. 2, oh, great job guys. Another rest. Let's stretch out those triceps. We're gonna start the next set with some shoulder push-ups. So basically we're gonna be in a pike or down dog position. Then we're gonna lower our head to the ground. All right, lift. So this is our last AMRAP, 6 more minutes. Then we'll do a burnout at the end. Then we'll stretch. Okay, so just to demonstrate here, what we're gonna do is come down to the floor, hands on the floor, feet are back. You're gonna stay up on the toes. Hands are slightly forward. When I bend my elbows, my head comes to the floor and then I press up. Here we go, 10 counts. Down, up. Beautiful, walk it in, slowly bring it up, grab your dumbbells. We've got some Zottman curls. So we start in a hammer curl position, then we're gonna rotate those arms up, twist the weights, and reverse them down. Good. Lift, twist, reverse. 3, 5, 9, one more. Good job. Okay, we're doing some V raises. So one arm in front, wrist pointing out. You're gonna come up in a V position and down, other side. Lift, alternating, up to 10. 3, 4, 2. Cross body curls coming up, so elbows tucked into your chest. You want to bring that arm across the body towards the opposite shoulder. 3, 4, 10. There's 10. To the floor, we've got skull crushers for those triceps. So all the way down on your back. You want to make it a little harder today. Have your knees at 90, push your back into the ground. We drop those weights down to meet our forehead and press it up. All right, weights are on either side of our head, making sure we don't hit ourselves. 3, 10. Place the weights down. We've got shoulder push-ups. All right, 10 of those. Whenever you're ready. Walk your feet in, pick up those dumbbells, Zottman curls. Good, we'll bring it up. Reverse those hands, reverse curl down. Lift, there's 2, 3. Oh, we are hitting those arms and shoulders today. 6. 1 more. 10. Alternating V raises for those shoulders. Lift. 3. 2 more. And 10, cross body curls, elbows tucked in, reach it across. 2, and 3, exhale. And 10 to the floor, skull crushers. We got 1:25. Weights in, place them down on the floor. You know what's up, shoulder press. Under a minute left. Walk it up, Zottman. Curl it up, curl, reverse it down, lift. 3. Drop those weights. Okay, take a little recovery, grab some water. We're gonna prepare for our burnout. It's a 3-minute burnout. Here's what's up with our burnout today. We're gonna do 1-minute intervals. We'll take a 15-second in between. We're gonna start with some Arnold presses. So to burn out, I'm gonna start with my heavy weights. When I start to fatigue, I'm gonna lower to another weight, and so on until that minute's over. Now, if you're using one set of weights, you're just gonna continually go for as long as you can in that minute. If you can't make the minute, set the weights down, all right? You don't wanna lose your form. Grab your weights, elbows in. We press up and bring it back to center. Good, strong through the core. Doesn't matter how many reps you do, you just wanna go until you start to fatigue, all right? And if you are going to the lighter set of weights, fatigue here before you move on. Take a break. We're gonna do just a basic curl. So the elbows are gonna be tucked in, and this time I want you to take your arms slightly out, and that's where our curl is gonna start. Again, heavier set. Start with your curl and lift. Soon as you feel that form starting to go, you want to lessen up that weight. Good. You're almost there. Keep going. Okay, final one. Come on down to your knees. We're just gonna do an overhead tricep extension, one weight. All right, so I'm gonna have my 3 weights in front of me, starting with my heavier set. I want my elbows forward. We drop it back and lift. If you don't have heavier sets, you might find you're gonna have to stay in this one, or you could go 2 weights. All right, you can hold 2 weights, and then when you fatigue, lighten up. Nice work. Drop those weights. We are gonna stretch out those arms and shoulders. So we're gonna stay on the floor, have a seat, sitting in a cross-legged position or whatever position is comfortable for you. We're gonna start with bringing one arm across the chest. Good, and get into that shoulder. Take a deep breath and exhale. Great work, guys. You just burned out those arms and shoulders. Let's do the other side. And release, arms up. I want to hear how you guys did today, so let me know in the comments how that workout felt for you. If you have any questions about any of the moves, jot them down and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. If this is your first time at Hit Your Goals, welcome. We are doing 30-minute workouts that give you the most efficient session in 30 minutes. So a lot of HIIT style type of workouts. And release, and we're doing workouts every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Hands on your knees. So let's roll it back. So we just want to get into the back of the shoulder blades. Good, chin down. And then sit it up tall. We're gonna come on to all fours here. And then what I'd like you to do is take your hands so that the wrists are pointing away from you. Then we're gonna just lean back slightly until you feel that stretch in the arms, into the forearms. Good, now flip your hands over so your palms are pointing up towards you and do the same thing, stretching out now in front of the forearm. And release. From here, we're gonna take one arm underneath the other armpit, bring the shoulder down to the floor, and just lay the head down. Other hand can just be up above. Good, switch sides. Bring it back, sit up nice and tall, hands behind your back, interlace your fingers, open up the chest. We are finishing up. Great job, guys. Thanks again for joining me. That's it for me today. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one.